Hello and welcome to this video about the dangers of space junk. Space junk, or space debris, is any piece of machinery or debris left by humans in space. It can refer to big objects such as dead satellites that have failed or been left in orbit at the end of their mission. It can also refer to smaller things, like bits of debris or paint flecks that have fallen off a rocket. Some human-made junk has been left on the Moon, too. While there are about 2,000 active satellites orbiting Earth at the moment, there are also 3,000 dead ones littering space. What's more, there are around 34,000 pieces of space junk bigger than 10 centimeters in size and millions of smaller pieces that could nonetheless prove disastrous if they hit something else. But why should we care about space junk? What are the risks and impacts of having so much garbage floating around our planet? Let's find out. Space junk poses a serious threat to both space exploration and Earth's environment. Here are some of the main dangers of space junk. Risk of collision and damage to satellites and spacecrafts. Space junk travels at tremendous speeds, about 15,700 miles per hour, 25,265 kilometers per hour, in low Earth orbit, and it could cause significant damage to a satellite or a spacecraft in case of a collision. This could result in loss of communication, navigation, weather forecasting, and other vital services that we rely on every day. It could also create more debris, making the problem worse. One recent example of this risk is the Russian anti-satellite test that took place on November 15, 2021. Russia blew up one of its own satellites in space, creating more than 1,500 pieces of trackable debris and hundreds of thousands of smaller fragments. This debris endangered the crew of the International Space Station and increased the risk of collision for other satellites and spacecrafts. Risk of endangering the lives of astronauts and compromising the International Space Station. The International Space Station, ISS, is one of the most remarkable achievements of human engineering and cooperation. It hosts astronauts from different countries who conduct scientific experiments and explore the wonders of space. However, the ISS is also vulnerable to space junk, as it orbits the Earth 15 to 16 times a day at an altitude of about 250 miles, 400 kilometers. Space junk could puncture the hull of the ISS or damage its solar panels, life support systems, or other critical components. It could also force the astronauts to take shelter in their docked spacecrafts or even evacuate the station in case of an emergency. This could jeopardize their safety and their mission. Risk of limiting future access to space and reducing the benefits of satellite services. Space is a valuable resource for humanity, as it offers many opportunities for scientific discovery, technological innovation, and economic development. However, if we continue to pollute space with junk, we might lose our ability to access and use it safely and efficiently. Some regions of space might become too crowded or hazardous for new satellites or spacecrafts to operate. This could limit our exploration and exploitation of space resources, such as asteroids or lunar minerals. It could also reduce the benefits of satellite services that we enjoy today, such as global connectivity, environmental monitoring, disaster management, and more. Risk of harming Earth's environment by increasing the amount of heat-trapping gases in the atmosphere. Space junk is not only a problem for space activities, but also for Earth's environment. Some studies have suggested that space junk could contribute to global warming and climate change by increasing the amount of heat-trapping gases in the atmosphere. How? Well, some pieces of space junk eventually re-enter the atmosphere and burn up due to friction. This process releases carbon dioxide, CO2, and other greenhouse gases that trap heat and warm up the planet. The more space junk we have, the more CO2 we add to the atmosphere. Conclusion. As you can see, space junk is a serious problem that affects both our present and our future. It poses a threat to our safety, our security, our economy, and our environment. That's why we need to act now to prevent more space junk from being created and to remove existing space junk from orbit. There are some possible solutions that have been proposed or tested by various organizations and countries. These include deorbiting, lowering the altitude of satellites or spacecrafts at the end of their mission so that they re-enter the atmosphere and burn up faster. Collision avoidance, maneuvering satellites or spacecrafts to avoid potential collisions with space junk or other objects. Responsible behavior. Following international guidelines and best practices for space activities, such as minimizing the release of debris, designing satellites or spacecrafts for easy disposal, and avoiding anti-satellite tests or other harmful actions. These solutions are not easy or cheap, but they are necessary if we want to preserve our access to space and its benefits. We all have a stake in keeping space clean and safe for ourselves and future generations. Let's work together to make it happen. Thank you for watching this video about the dangers of space junk. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. See you next time.